Good evening, all. Welcome back to another edition of RAK Talks. I'd like to invite Mr. Divakar to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Sandhya. It's a great pleasure to invite all the parents as well as the kids over here. Today we have an amazing speaker, Dr. Seema, who is also a dentist and also the chairman for Young Indians Masoom Vertical. Thank you, Seema, for raising the occasion and also helping our RAK kids to be successful. I'm also able to see Mr. Krishnan. I'm getting an echo. Krishna from Young Indians Vice Chair also raising the occasion, welcoming all of you for this great session.
Thank you, Deva.
Thank you. And my sincere thanks to the RAK masters as well as to the counselors for making and arranging all the kids to participate in this wonderful session of touch and untouch. And I'm not going to take much time. Over to you. Thank you.
So today we have with us a very special speaker. Before that, we have a very special message to two of our dearest members, Rajangam Uncle and Vijay. It's their birthday today. Please join us in wishing them a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, sir.
Very good. What else do you want, Vijay and Uncle?
So for those of you who know,
Happy birthday, sir.
Rajangam Uncle, he's the manager of our team and he's also head of merchandising. And Vijay, as you know, he's an integral part of our academy team. He's the cluster
Yes,
head
sir.
and he's the owner of the Avadi franchise. So a very, very warm, happy birthday, birthday wishes to both of you.
Happy birthday,
Thank you very much.
master. Happy birthday, master. Happy birthday, uncle.
Thank you.
Uncle.
All right. I request all of you to go on mute.
Happy birthday, sir.
I request
Thank you.
all the members to go on mute so that we can continue with the session. And also just one announcement. If any of the students who have to be in the regular class have accidentally joined this link, please leave and you can exit this link and you can move on to the respected link for the class. Thank you. So today we have with us Dr. Seema Matthew. She is a maxillofacial surgeon who is presently practicing in various hospitals and clinics in Chennai. And her clinic is also in Kilpauk for those of you who are interested. To her, she was the topper in her master's and her Royal College exams. She also has a lot of publications to her credit. She is a renowned cosmetic surgeon who has a lot of celebrity clients, who's involved in beautifying a lot of people's faces and has a great passion towards teaching. She is a persona of hard work, diligence, and strength, which has made her stand out in the field of her expertise as a strong woman role model. She is the vertical chair of YI Chennai Masoom, and we are so honored and we are so delighted to have you with us, Dr. Seema. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Sandhya. I hope I'm audible. Can everybody hear me? Just raise your hand and say hi. Wave your hands. Can you wave your hands? Great, very good. So, how are you all? Good? Very good? Very nice. So today I'm going to teach you a very, very simple thing. Okay, we're going to play a video for you. It's a cartoon video. I want all of you to listen and see the video. Sandhya, can you play the video for us?
Let me show you how to keep yourself safe. Hi
Come
kids,
on, everybody.
how are you all today? Have you ever been in a situation that made you feel uncomfortable?
Yes, Didi. When my little dog chews away my shoe, I get very angry.
That's true. What I mean is, has anyone touched you in a way that made you uneasy? Which of you have experienced this? So then, how do we know if someone is doing something wrong or touching us the wrong way? Here, let me explain. We all need to have our own personal space in our body. There are 4 zones which should not be touched by anyone, and nor should you touch anyone else's part. Mouth, chest, the part between your legs and buttocks. These are your personal spaces. Only the most trusted people like your mother may see and touch you in your personal spaces. So tell me, when you come home from school and your mama gives you a hug, how do you feel?
Sometimes she smells of vegetables. Yuck!
But don't we feel very nice?
Yes, we do.
Your mother may touch you in the 4 zones while giving you a bath. Or sometimes Dr. Uncle checks you in Mama or Papa's presence. This touch keeps you clean and healthy. When we are touched by someone who loves us and cares for us, we call it safe touch. If anyone else touches you in one of the 4 areas, it is wrong. It could also make you feel shy, scared, yucky, uncomfortable, and unhappy. Someone could show you dirty pictures or film, or make you undress, or they touch their personal parts in front of you. All such actions are not safe for you, and we call them unsafe touch. Some people do such things even though they are not good for you, and you feel hurt.
So then what will you do if someone touches you in these places?
You should shout, "No, no!" and run to someone you trust and tell them.
Who is that?
You tell me, whom do you trust?
My pet dog!
Yes, you can tell your pet, but will he understand you? Will he be able to help you?
I trust my mama and my teacher.
So, if someone ever touches you in a way that makes you uncomfortable, you must tell someone you trust and keep telling them until they listen to you. By talking to the person you trust, whether it is your mama or your papa, you can help to make sure it never happens to you or any other child again. You should also know about Childline. If you dial 1098 and ask for help, a trusted person will come to help you. Always remember, it is never your fault that someone touched you wrongly. It is the fault of the person who did it. Never be afraid to speak your mind. If someone is harming you, speak up.
Okay. Today's session, I'm Dr. Seema and I will be talking to you from YI Chennai. YI is basically Young Indians, and we are a group of entrepreneurs who wants to do and spread this awareness among everyone. So what we wanted to spread is the knowledge to fight against sexual abuse. Now, what is a child? The next slide. What is a child? A child is somebody who is under the age of 18. And in today's world, our children are always exposed to a lot of things, especially child sexual abuse. It might not be the physical form, it can also be the digital media. Now, since all the classes are online and the children are glued to the TV and the internet and YouTube, the exposure that they get on abuse is high, or the sexual abuse exposure is high. So as parents and children, we have to be very, very careful as to what we expose our children into. Now, if you look at the report and the statistics, almost 1.5 million children have been reached through this project where we create an awareness among the parents. Now, it is very important that we know how we protect our children and how as children we need to protect ourselves when we go to common areas and common places. So this awareness is very, very important. Next slide. Now, an individual under the age of 18 years is called as a children. So all of us who are here are children, yes? Okay, and we are also parents of children. I am also a mother of 2 children. I have 2 sons. One is 8 years old and one is 6 years old. 2 naughty boys I have. So this is something that I have taught my sons also. So it's very important, whether be it a boy or a girl, sexual abuse is very, very common, that our children get abused or they get exposure to such things. So it is very important they know about something. Next slide. Now, when you are a child, the most important thing about a child is, I would also want to be a child back again. But when we are children, we have knowledge about things as half knowledge. We have a lot of misconception. We have a lot of doubts. Children ask a lot of questions, right? We all like to ask, why is the sky blue? Why is the ocean blue? Why is there rain? Why is there rainbows? So there's a lot of questions that are there in the mind of a child. Same way, there are a lot of questions the child cannot figure out about their body as well. They do not know the parts, the functions of it. So a lot of knowledge that they have is only half knowledge. Children also have a lot of fears. Many of them are scared of the dark. They are scared to go alone. Many parents leave the children alone at home and go. Sometimes they are scared. So there's a lot of fear that inbuilds in a child. So during their childhood, a lot of things that they go through leaves a lot of mark in their mind and a lot of fears. If it is carried over from their childhood into their adulthood, they lead to a lot of disruptive behaviors and patterns. So if you want your children to be healthy, you want to grow up like a healthy, good, nice, healthy man or a girl or a woman, then you have to be very, very careful about certain things in society. Sometimes if we are confused about something, we should always go to the right people, to our parents or to our teachers, and ask those questions so that our doubts are clear from sources that are authentic. Don't try to take knowledge from anywhere and everywhere. And if you feel something is unsafe, always seek help. Never be scared to seek help, because if you seek help, there will be always people to help you out. Next slide. Now, what is abuse? As a child, we can go through 2 types of abuse. One is neglect. If the child is neglected physically or emotionally, that means if you don't take care of the child or its needs physically, or you don't hug your child or kiss your child, and show that, sometimes they will feel a lot neglected. Emotional abuse, neglect, what a child can feel is when the mother does not show the love or the parents don't show the love. They try to seek that love from others, and that is where all the mistake and things can go wrong. Now, if you look at abuse, there are 3 types of abuse. One can be physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse. So physical abuse is if they are hidden or beaten at home for the wrong reasons. That is wrong and that is bad. That leaves a mark on the child. We do not know how it is, but as they grow and become adults, these marks and these traumas remain in their mind. Emotional abuse is if they are neglected, or if they go and see that there is a lot of quarrel or fights at home, that affects a child. Then again, the third kind of abuse that a child goes through is sexual abuse. If the child has been touched in unknown or unwanted ways in their childhood, it leaves a big mark on them. And we will see how it affects them in the following slides. Next slide. So the 2 types of sexual abuse can be contact abuse and non-contact abuse. I told the children, don't allow anybody to touch you in your 4 parts of your body. That is between your lips, between the chest, between the legs, and on your buttocks. So these 4 parts, you should never allow anybody to touch them other than a trusted source or a parents. Now, non-contact abuse can be if they are exposed to movies, magazines, internet, films, all those things which exhibit these kind of activities that can also be harmful for the children. So these are the safe and the unsafe touch that you see the children going through. So it is very important, as parents, our eyes are open to sense what is going through their lives. They are little kids, they will not be able to tell us everything that they go through. Sometimes children tend to hide and be very secretive. So it is very important that we get the trust of our children. Next slide. Now, if you look at it, about 53% of the girls and boys in India go through abuse. They have been touched in wrong ways. Now, there are a lot of cases. It is not only girls, even boys go through these abuse, and the numbers are high. Next slide. Now, there is a law or a rule that says that if you come across such things, there is a legal action that will be taken against somebody who does these bad kind of activities. Now, this is the rule that is called the POSCO Act that has been passed in 2012. against these offenses. The next slide. Somebody who does these acts will be punished, and it is a non-bailable offense. You can file an FIR, you can go to the police station and file, and it's also possible for you to get any kind of help, and there are a lot of communities and people groups that helps you to get over it or to find help. So there is a ruling and there is an act if you want to seek help. Next slide. Now, how do you know if a child has gone through such things? Is one is they will exhibit certain kind of sexual behavior. Either they will talk sexual talks, or they will behave in such a way where they touch their private parts, so you will see them doing stuff. Physical way is that you will see cuts, bruises, burns, or psychosomatic illness, or they get very angry, or they have pain in their genital or their private parts. It's very important as parents we are aware of it. Even if it's a small mark on their body, we should take the risk of asking them why, what happened, how did it happen. Build that relationship with your child. If your child exhibits anxiousness, they're very scared, or they're very aggressive, or they're very sad, or they look withdrawn or scared, they're doing bedwetting, or they urinate on the bed when they sleep, or they get up in the night because of scary dreams that they see, or if they avoid certain strangers or certain person in particular, or they scream or yell when they come in contact with such kind of persons, you should be aware as a parent that there is something that is wrong, and you should take this opportunity to talk to your children as to what is it. Did they do something wrong to you? Are you scared of somebody? These are the questions that we should raise and ask our children, and as parents we can do the best job and win their trust from a very young age. I would personally tell you something about my life. My parents were very strict. As parents, we're always very strict with our children, and we say that always study, we send them for activities, dance, drawing, everything. We want our children to always be the best. But as parents, if we don't connect with our children right from their childhood, and if they don't get that love and attention in their childhood, when they grow up, they seek that love and attention from others, and others can come and take advantage of it, and we should never allow that to happen. So if children go through these kind of fears and suicide tendencies, or lack of sleepiness, notice what your child's behavior is. Many times they will not come and tell you certain things that they have gone through in their childhood, but as parents, if we build that trust, we build that wall with them, they will be in a position to always tell us what is happening with them. Okay, next slide. So as parents, what we have to do is build a trust with your children. Always be aware of what your children are doing. Next slide. And always go to the places. See, we send our children for different classes to school. You should be informed about the caretakers that takes them, or the bus drivers that take them. Pay a surprise visit whenever you go to these places. Find out from the teacher how the children is doing. Get a good rapport with the teacher and know how your child's behavior is, not only when they are with you, but also when they are away from you. So it is very, very important when you build this connect with the child, you will be able to detect if they go through something or not. And it is very important as parents, we have to teach our children what a safe touch or an unsafe touch is right at home. Our education system starts right at home. What they learn in their childhood is what they will carry forward with them, and they will become responsible citizens of tomorrow. Next slide. Of Komal, okay, I want you to see the video in the end of the session, so you all listen. After your parent session is over, you will listen to the video. Okay, this is what parents should do. And any of you parents, if you are interested to be a part of this awareness program and you want to learn more and contribute to this society, you're more than welcome to be a part of Young Indians. We're a group of young entrepreneurs who really want to do something for the society, create this awareness, spread the knowledge, and create a better society for our children and our next generations. It is our responsibility to see that our children are always safe, and as parents, we are the ones who are the most anxious. So it is better that we learn and we also spread this knowledge not only to our children but also to other children, so that everybody stays safe. So I want to play the small video for these children. Sandhya, can you play the first part of Komal's video for the children to see?
This is Komal. I'm 9 years old. Love my school so much. Some of my friends are naughty at times. But even I'm naughty sometimes, na? My mama is fun, but she can be strict also. So she takes you also, na?
Little volume.
but I still like Papa more.
Bakshi! Hey, surprise!
Papa's old friends, Bakshi uncle and auntie, are our new neighbors.
Who is this sweet little girl?
It would have been better if they had children for me to play with. Thank you. Bakshi uncle is dropping me to school. Papa was getting late to work, na? That's why. Uncle is very sweet. Auntie's a very busy woman. But uncle works from home only. They have such a nice house. And it is full of pretty things. Wow, unicorn!
It's okay. You can tell Mama you got it from me. Or you don't have to tell her.
Even Papa doesn't play with me so much. Bakshi uncle is so much more fun.
Where is my little doll? Where did she vanish? Oh, you must be here. Yes, gotcha.
He even took me out to eat gola once. Please don't tell Mama, huh? She might get angry. She's strict, na? I wanted to tell Mama, but I was afraid. So what if I had gola? Anyway, all my friends eat it.
Hey, you want to play a new game? A secret game?
Yeah, that will be fun.
Come with me.
What are you doing, Uncle? What kind of game is this? I'm totally confused. It felt dirty. Why did Bakshi uncle do it? I feel so dirty.
Komal? Is everything okay? Hello, Mrs. Kumar. I wanted to speak to you regarding Komal. Beta, why are you sad? Did someone say anything to you in school? What happened? Did someone hurt you? If you don't tell me, my dear, how can I help you?
I have secrets. I have lied to you about the cola. And now this. I feel very dirty. You would be very angry if I told you what I have done.
I promise you I won't be angry. I love you, don't I? Then trust me.
He is not a nice uncle.
Which uncle?
No, wait.
Everyone will know.
Then what can we do? Whose help can we seek? We can't let Bakshi get away with this.
Childline. My friend Priya works there. They help children.
10, 9, 8.
Hello. Komal, I know what happened to you was not your fault at all. We will ensure that your Bakshi uncle can never see you again. Let me show you how to keep yourself safe.
Your parents and tell them what happens. Don't hide anything from your parents. It is very, very important because the parents and your teachers will be able to help you out. Okay? So it is very, very important that you go back to them and tell them what you're going through. So that is what you should do. And suppose if you have, and as parents, if something like this happens and if you want help, you sought the help of something called as a child line. The child line number is 1089. What's the number? 1089. Okay. So you type the child line number so you can get help. So thank you all of you for joining us. It was amazing to see all of you on this Sunday. Okay. I hope you learned something very, very important. Okay. And you will always stay safe. Okay. Right? All of you will stay safe. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, all of you. Come on. Thank you so much. I also enjoyed taking the class. Suppose if you don't have questions and you want to get in touch with us, you can get our numbers from Sandhya and Vijay and Divakar, and you can get in touch with us if you need any sort of help, so that we will be able to extend you that help from our side. If you want to, be a part of our team and spread this awareness and be a trainer, we're more than happy to have you in. You can be a part of our team that will go to the schools and at various platforms talk to a lot of children and reach them out. That is one. Number two is, as parents, it's important that we have the knowledge about it and we spread it to our children and to the children around us. Especially, the world is not a very safe place for our kids to live in. And it's very important that as far as possible, we keep our children in a safe environment as far as we can. Okay, so you can contact us. We are a part of Young Indians, and I've been really happy to be a part of this. I want to thank Divakar for really introducing me to the RAC Academy, Sandhya for doing a fabulous job about organizing the whole team, Krishna sir and Vishal for being my support system, and I have a whole team behind me without whose help I wouldn't be able to do anything of this sort. So it has been amazing to be along with children and teach them these subtle little things that will help them a long way in their future. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'd like to now invite Vijay to give us the vote of thanks. He is our Academy Cluster Head and also the franchise owner of our Avadi Center. Vijay, over to you.
Hi everyone. Happy evening to all. So it's a wonderful session from Dr. Matthew ma'am. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Seema Matthew ma'am for sparing your time and being a part of us. And also Young Indian for supporting us in this humble effort. And you have spoken about a very important issue that every student and parents must be aware of today, ma'am. And it's very wonderful, and especially about the three modes of abuse, like physical, emotional, and the sexual, as well as the contact and the non-contact abuse. And it's a very important things like about the PASCO Act 2012. Many of us, none of us know about this act is exclusive or made up for child abuse and everything, and you made it very clear for us. And I would like to thank the core team of RAC who's been organizing the RAC talk show every week for our parents and students community. And I would like to thank our parents for joining us every week without taking any fare, without everyone has attended every session and every week consecutively. And it's more to motivate us to bring more and more mentors from different fields. We are also pleasure to honor this platform with you all. And very thank you to all, and I'm hoping for the next session from our professor and Sandhya.
Thank you, Vijay. It's always a pleasure. We have been doing this for the last 4 weeks now because we believe in giving the best for our students, and we will continue to do so because the response has been overwhelming. Mr. Divakar, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, thank you, Sandhya. Thank you, RAC team, and I also like to recognize the YI chair, Vishal Mehta, being over here, and also some of the dignitaries from YI, Adi, Raj Bharat also has joined. So thank you, Vishal, for giving us an opportunity on behalf of RAC team. Our sincere thanks to you. It really helps for our parents as well as the kids of RAC. Thank you, Vishal.
Thank you so much, Divakar. Thank you to Ramana Balaji and Team RAC for giving us this opportunity. Thank you, Sandhya, for coordinating.
Thank you.
And special thanks to my team, Dr. Seema and others who have helped us today in getting this session done. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So until next week, good evening. Have a great week ahead. See you next week with yet another interesting topic. Bye-bye. Thank you.